John King, USA, CNN, weeknights 7 Eastern.
The United Nations Security Council voted to authorize not only a no-fly zone over Libya, but also all necessary measures, including military force to stop the Libyan government and its mercenaries from slaughtering civilians. I'm told tonight the Pentagon and its NATO partners have contingencies that include airstrikes and cruise missile attacks designed to cripple Libyan air defenses and punish military units leading Gaddafi's push on opposition strongholds in the east. Now that the UN has authorized force, these strikes could be carried out, emphasis on could be carried out within hours, if the president and his partners around the world issue the orders. CNN's Richard Roth tracked the dramatic vote at the United Nations tonight. Richard?
John, U.S. Ambassador to the UN Susan Rice said the people of Libya should be the ones to decide the future of Libya. But now the international community, after this resolution, is going to try to give them a little military backing, possibly. The resolution passed 10-0 with 5 abstentions, including China and Russia. Germany abstained, saying it's worried about what would happen with this no-fly zone. Does it open the door to other military operations? Even though, John, the resolution says there'll be, quote, no foreign occupation. Certainly a fallout from the huge controversy here in the Iraq war run-up. John.
And Richard, you mentioned no use of the vetoes. There were key abstentions. China and Russia, though, obviously, they were hesitant, if not reluctant, to do this, but they decided in the end not to get in the way.
Yes, Brazil and India also joining in. They didn't want to stand in the way. They usually come to the aid of the Arab community, the Arab bloc. It was the Arab League vote to ask and plead for a no-fly zone that really changed the tenor of things. The U.S. may have worked its maneuvering magic behind a low-key profile because it all came with a rush here, a lot of focus on no-fly, but now under the term all necessary measures, there could be airstrikes, there could be attacks from anywhere at any time, though Gaddafi may be adopting different tactics on the ground in advance of this.
Richard Roth with the breaking news at the United Nations. Thank you, Richard. And that UN vote came amid a noticeable shift in the Obama administration's tone about Libya. For weeks, the White House has been very cool to any major U.S. military involvement. And tonight, we are told the president still will insist on a major Arab role in any no-fly zone. But on Capitol Hill today, a top State Department official said allowing Gaddafi to remain in power is unacceptable.
The dangers of him returning to terrorism and violent extremism himself, the dangers of the turmoil that he could help create at a very critical moment elsewhere in the region.
If you take a close look at the map of Libya right now, it does beg this question. Is it too late? Let's take a look at control of the region. This is a little more than a week ago, late February. Red, that means controlled by Gaddafi. Green, controlled by the opposition. Again, this is going back in time a little bit, but as Gaddafi's forces have marched to the east, you watch the shift in the balance of power. The government taking control here. Some of these other areas, Abu Dhabi especially, in a battle tonight, you see the opposition controls less and less ground as things play out, including these key installations here, oil and gas towns right here.